Hello, are you out there? It's Mark with Redo Over, and we're back to our Stellaris 4.0 Vanilla No DLC playthrough, where we're learning so much. Something I learned. Hold on, let's take care of some quick business here. We are conflagrating against the Estwanians. We've declared each other rivalries, and they have a big fleet, 2,900 firepower over here at Troydom. I think they just fought the mining drones, so they're sitting at 92% health. They're slightly damaged, which is great because I don't have that much fleet power. I'm pulling our 2K fleet back to Ditchram. I want to hold there, and I want to make sure I get as much firepower down there for now as possible. So I'm going to grab the Stardust Corsairs, and dang it. By the way, that science ship is in flight over Ditchram. That's why I can't actually select Ditchram. Hold on, let me run it forward a day or two. There we go. There we go. Now we can send them there. Yes, and let's send the Mutinous Cutlass, not to Ofang, but to Ditchram. That will give us around 2,800 firepower, roughly matching the Estwanian nasty confederacy. So that's cool. Otherwise, we're building towards Tanobo and hopefully Unac, maybe Howard, probably not Howard, but what's holding us up there is influence. So I think that sorts all that pretty well. Just make sure none of my ships are sitting on their butts. Looks like everyone's going somewhere or has a job to do. Cool. Where we really left off, though, is I was whining about the fact that I got to get our consumer goods and our alloy production up. Awesome. So I started recording this morning. I've been at this for a little bit here. And I learned something that I've been overlooking that's so critical to my game and to your games. And it's super obvious, but it wasn't obvious until I realized how messed up it was. I was looking at Wegmore, because Wegmore has all this devastation. Now, someone in the comments mentioned that devastation just goes down by over time. So I don't know if it'll completely repair, but right now the planet's really messed up. If I look over here at we have a luxury residence that yields 1,500 amenities, but our amenities are in the crutter right now. That planetary devastation is just sucking all those out of there. So I was fiddling around there with Wegmore. I was like, oh, let's get some more factory workers here. Let's get some more alloy guys in Elysia Prime. And what I realized is that Elysia Prime and Wegmore Prime are not the same kind of planets. Surprise. Yeah, these are essentially desert or dry worlds, right? They look kind of like, brown, Castor Prime. These are all the desert worlds we colonized. However, Wegmore, Raltree, and Jarell War are ocean, continental, tropical, like they're wet. They look like Earth, right? They have water on them, obviously. Here's the thing. These wet worlds are really good for the Talakuran, our friendly neighbors to the galactic east of us that have been migrating in. They're not good for Babaki people. And it really stood out when I'm looking at Wegmore and I go in here to the economy and I'm looking at these jobs going, yeah, I'm going to move some people over. And we shouldn't have mixed them. You guys didn't do it. I did it. I should have never sent Babaki to these planets because it's really hard for them to work here. It's red 20% habitability. Red 20. If I look at a Talakuran, it's yellow 60. It's like, yeah, it's not great. We can eke out a tough existence here. It's hard. It's inefficient. It's 60%, but these Babaki are 20%. It's a hellhole for them. It's almost inhospitable. So they don't belong here. I really need to move all these Babaki off of Wegmore, Raltree, and Jarell War. I deeply screwed that up. Oh my gosh. It is what it is. So what do you do about it? Well, we move them off. We need to move them back to Fula, Isius, Elysia, or Castor. So the trick is, who has jobs for them right now? Remember, specialists need to move into specialist jobs, or they won't like getting down promoted into workers. And workers take time to up promote into specialists. So, okay, Fula has some extra jobs. Fula has extra jobs. Yeah, and the miners. Okay, so we could send some miners back to Fula. Isius has no available jobs. All right, that's fine. Which I don't want more miners anyway. Good lord, I got way more miners in Elysia. This would be a great spot to send some specialists. This is our industrial world, so it's mixed production, right? They're making metallurgists and some consumer goods, I think. Yeah. Okay, so this would help with our alloy problem. I need more jobs though. Let's jump in here. Let's get them an alloy foundry. They'll have that built very quickly. And then what do we have at Castor? Castor actually has a lot of jobs available in the technician thing. This also kind of sucks because I don't really need more technicians. Yeah. It's got to juggle people around. We need places for them to go, though. We do need places for them to go. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run the clock forward until this building is done at Elysia. Well, that's not true. Listen, we're gonna fill technicians in here just to get them off. So where do we have people? Let's go to our ecclesiastical center. I can guarantee you none of these people are. We want to get all the workers off of here. So Babaki workers are going to go to Castor Prime because there's worker jobs available. Here we go, folks. Resettle. We're going to do Castor on this side. Boom. And on this side, Babaki civilians, get them out of there. Babaki workers, 87, get them out of there. The specialists are going to stay for now. Right, sorry, folks. What else do we have? Then let's go to Raltree. Raltree right here. Yeah, this is just boring maintenance stuff. I got to do it though. Workers to Castor. I'm gonna leave the specialists for now. Civilians, get them out of there. And final planet was Jarrell War. Right there. Same situation. These are specialists, so we're gonna leave them. Yeah, essentially, I can't move the specialists. I don't want to screw up their jobs, so they're gonna wait until we have jobs available on Elysia. Sure. And could we make more jobs on Fula Prime that aren't miners? Yeah, might as well do that. More mixed industry. Let's get some more dang priests. Can I get more priests? I can't put a temple in a mixed industry thing. We have a lot of priest jobs. Let's build another city district, which will yield us 40 priest jobs, more artisans, more metallurgists, more physicists and stuff. Yeah, let's do that. There you go. That'll be ready. So in about 300 days, we're going to go rescue those specialists, the Babaki specialists that we doomed to a hellish existence. They're just like, we don't like this. And we're like, we didn't know. We thought you'd enjoy living in a hell world relative to you. All right, let's run the clocks. I'm so sorry, folks. But I learned something, and that may not have been apparent to you guys as well. But that inefficiency is how you would lose, on a really hard level of Stellaris, you would have no chance with those kind of inefficiencies. We only can kind of get away with it here because we are playing goofy. Oh, they took UNAC. Dang it. It actually makes sense because they like ocean worlds. So the UNAC planet was a really good one for them. So they grabbed it. How close are we here to getting this one? 4 away. All right, that kind of sucks. What do we got here? Intel falling. Yeah, we know that. And debris analyzed. Perfect. All right, we got that down there. So I think that's all the debris we had available. Oridetus just wrapped up on construction. Where can we send these guys to? Trying to backfill any place. Looks like almost everything we've claimed is being harvested right now. Right? There's anything we know how to harvest. So yeah, and then obviously we don't have the influence necessary to claim all these little leftover worlds, so they're just going to kind of sit there for the time being. And Kornagi is not in our space right there. So yeah, let's send our constructors down here to Escaminza, Saiban, and Rana. Yeah, we can get those built up. So I'm going to grab you, send you down there. Build some mining stations. Let's grab you, send you here to Escaminza, and build some mining stations. So get them out of our hair. And we just now have enough to claim that starbase. We'll do it. Boom. And we're running the clock forward here. Making sure our science ships... We did wrap on the survey? No. Here. Oh, yeah. Unaria, we finished surveying. Okay, it is what it is. Can we move them onward? No. Let's get them to Detroit, try and survey there for as long as possible. What else do we have going on here? That survey is complete and Starbase construction complete. Let's click in there. Solar panels, Nebula Refinery, which is fantastic. And what do we want? Shipyard? No, we don't need a shipyard that close to. This is the Elysia station, which is right next to the food station. So we definitely don't need a shipyard. Let's get another solar panel? Question? I don't really need more trade. Yeah, and they don't need to defend themselves. So we'll get 2 solar panels there at that starport. In general, though, the Elysia starport, the whole point of this is specifically that it is just going to generate for us. Ultimately, it will be pushing out 13 energy as well as 10 food, but we're still not able to harvest those exotic gases yet. Why is that? I guess we need to have some sort of spaceborne ability to harvest exotic gases to get those, I think, is what we're waiting on. And if we check up here, our exotic gas production is at +2. Well, that's awesome. Yeah, let's just run the clock forward here, folks. I'm waiting for these buildings to finish. Oh, it looks like they did finish. Perfect. That went really quickly, actually. Battle debris. Battle debris, sorry. Event chain. Precursors, the Cybrex. Oh, we started on this. This is great. A colossal space battle occurred in high orbit of Ifrifi I some 600,000 years ago, with ships from at least 5 different fleets participating. One of the fleets belonged to the Cybrex, although the vast majority of the orbital debris seems to come from the other participants. Yeah, the Cybrex were badass. Issue special products, battle debris. And again, this is at Afrifi. Okay. I'm going to pause right there. Let's take a look. So this is opening up this precursor Cybrex event chain is getting started. This is we're at 0 of 6 artifacts recovered. Very long event chain, big payoffs. But they're ready. We need a science ship present. Sure. Where is this here? Where are we at? Oh, we have a science ship here. Awesome. Yeah. No, you do that. Research that product for me. The project. There we go. Right there. All right. We got a little tundra world. I don't think that's any good for most of us. It's fine. Good. That's nice that we're starting on the Cybrex thing, though. We sent the Atalante up there to kind of hit some of these. We're kind of backfilling with that now, since we're almost out of systems to survey. Yeah, they're going to have to start working on archaeological projects and difficult anomalies. Okay. We managed to lock in the bones of the dead star. I'm going to advance them to Howard, and we'll just sit there, and hopefully we will somehow miraculously get the influence we need to grab it, just because I really would like the exotic gases. And it would potentially give us access to the cure. Questionable. Are we going to get it? I don't know. I can see they're surveying at Ditchram, and our fleet is relatively assembled here. Let's see if we can combine some of these guys in here. Build up these. Oh, no. They've all arrived. I can tell that because they all have no order, so they're not traveling. Can I put them into here? Yeah, there we go. All right. Yeah, I'm just trying to get these little compactors. So no one can be in there with the Raspberry Rapscallions. That special cruiser can't have anyone else with them. That's fine. Here, yeah, let's squeeze a few more ships in. Oh, no, they're still traveling. Here, watch this. You can't transfer fleets if you still have a fleet in transit. There we go. Oh, no, didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to do that. Hold on. Aren't you going anywhere, guys? Sorry. I'm going to transfer you to here. There we go. So right now, Maroon and Joan has 24 corvettes under their command. Oh, no, it's a mixture. Those are our raiders. 3 raiders, 24 corvettes. So some good firepower there, coming at 2K. And, of course, our big cruiser is giving us 700. So we're roughly comparable to their fleet, although I don't see where their fleet is anymore. So that's cool. What else do we got going on here? So let's make sure the Free Pearl has a job. You're going to survey down there at Xander, whatever the heck it's called. Zandaban. That's cool. They're surveying. What else do we got going on here? Let's send the ISS Wise to survey Troydom. As long as they haven't claimed it, we can survey, trying to get events. We're literally farming events there. Okay, I think that makes sense. Dang it. Survey ship and a constructor at Howard. They're probably... Here comes the constructor. Yeah, looks like they're going to claim that right out from underneath us. Okay. We got some stuff going on. The mining drone work ethic finally completed. This is the mining drone project we started so long ago. When not posturing with their mining lasers aimed at Babakian ships, the drones appear steadfast and dumbly hardworking, hacking away at the mineral-poor asteroids for want of something better to do. What is more interesting is that the drones are not completely silent. Contrary to earlier assumptions, they emit signal pings, though extremely infrequent, and at a wavelength hard to isolate from background noise. If there is anyone left to receive these pings, may be a mystery for another time. Okay. I feel like there should have been a comma there. I don't know. I don't write so good. Easy prey. Damage to ancient mining drones plus 30%. It doesn't really help us now. I think we killed most of them. Or fascinating automata. Is automata. It's automata, I think is how you say that. Mining drone techniques. Mining station mineral output plus 10%. Yes, that sounds fantastic. We'll pause there. So if we come up to the top, right there, mining drone techniques plus 10%. Crystalline pacification was the other option. That's actually really good for us. That's all of our mining stations. What else do we got going on here? I see a couple things. Castor Prime, really quickly, they are ready to upgrade their capital building, so we're going to have them do that. Cool. And I see our tradition pick up there. But hold on. Let's move our specialists off of Wegmore, Raltree, and Jorel War real quick. And they are going to go to... Where did we say we're sending them? Yeah. Okay. Oh, God, I don't want soldiers. I don't have any soldiers. I don't want any soldiers. Well, we could take about 50 specialists here at Elysia Prime. And Fula now has also no jobs. Did we not I thought we building the city district. Did they just automatically move into those jobs? I guess so. I guess our workers are upgrading. Let's just check real quick. Hold on. If we click into here, the way you can tell that is this. See the little green arrow? So these 200 Babaki are in the priest position, but they're being promoted from the worker stratum. I would assume that means that they're less productive. Wow, that's a level of detail that they really, in my opinion, they did not need to put in the game. Oh my gosh. I guess it's more neat if they're just there, but like, I can only guess they're not as good at their jobs. But I don't know how I would tell that. Yeah, I don't know. They're not. They're happy. They're happy to be doing that. Okay, so I'm not going to dig into it too much here because it's just nonsense. I can't tell what the difference between these guys and these guys are, and what being promoted means, and how long it takes them to promote. Yeah, don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. All right, let's do this then. Yeah, we need to rescue some people. I'm looking specifically for places with specialist jobs to send our people to. So Castor does not have them. Elysia has a little bit. Surprised it's not more though. They have 500 metallurgists there. Oh, that's good. Shit. Can we do another one of these? Yeah, let's get another one going here. Hell, we should send everyone over there. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Wegmore then. Let's go to economy. Let's go to resettle. So I want everyone to Elysia to make alloy. And also because Elysia is still I think a hybrid industrial world, so I think they are decent at making consumer goods and alloys. So, all right. Wegmore is going to send people off to Elysia. Here's Elysia. And is Wegmore... Yeah, Wegmore's totally hosed anyway. So, yeah, here we go. Babaki, get out of there. Go. Go. And you. Now it's only Talacuran. There's almost no one there. It's a total waste. It sucks. Yes, I know. Let's go to Routry. Let's jump into Routry. Let's send all of our Babakis. Yeah, we're biting the bullet. We're spending the money. Boom. All of them. And finally, let's go to Jarrell War. Right there. And yep. Because if I don't get everyone off of there, they're going to keep growing. Little bit by little bit, there'll be more and more Babaki there. So we've done it. And now we're just going to look at everything. So unfortunately, Wegmore, Routry, and Jarrell War are down to very low population. We'll go to Routry. Yeah. Just a little over 100 each. If we go into the management, we can see they are growing very slowly. It's taking 4 months for each person. So, you know what? I got the planets claimed, and they're going, but it's going to take a long time for them to get built up because I have a limited supply of Talacurans. I guess as long as we have good relations with the Talacuran, you know, whatever, Confederacy, Hegemony, I don't know what they are, we might still draw people over through immigration, possibly. I hope. It actually, if I look up here, migration +1 last month. Hold on, +1, growth 1, and nothing because of the devastation. But remember, we started at devastation 43. We're already down to devastation 38, so that is correcting itself. Looks like month by month, which is fantastic. Okay, so more importantly now, let's jump over to Elysia, because Elysia just got a lot of people. They need a lot of jobs. So we are building another alloys foundry. Yeah, let's just run the clock forward. It should, it adjusted down immediately there. Fantastic. And where are we sitting right now? We have 278 unemployed specialists. Well, this is an additional 200 metallurgists right there. That's good. And we have another specialization available. What should we do with that? Heavy industry is specifically giving us metallurgist jobs. We have our medical worker jobs filled in right now. Full employment on medical workers. I don't want any enforcers. Priests? I could do more priests. Problem with the priests is it takes a building slot, so I don't really want to do that. Gosh, just another heavy industry. Now let's see what we can do with specialization here. More heavy industry. It would cost us housing, but we have plenty of housing. We have plenty of headroom there. Or do we do civilian industries because it's going to take Wegmore forever to become a self-sufficient factory world? I'd have to tear it out later. No, I guess I don't. The reality is that Wegmore is an industrial world, or Elysia is still our industrial world because Wegmore can't pick up the slack as a factory world exclusively. So for the time being, for probably a decade or more, I think we do keep it as an industrial world where it is good for both artisans and metallurgists. So we are going to make the other specialization civilian industry right there. So I think that's fine. There we go. So I think we've generally sorted that. Let's jump into our tradition pick where we're ready to pick a new tradition. Ta-da! Finally. So just checking here. Pop growth speed plus 10%. We already got that through expansion. So we already took the pop growth speed pick through traditions. The only other way to get pop growth speed to increase would be through technologies. I don't think we've seen any of them pop up. I mean, although we suck at technology anyway. Here we go. We have 6 to choose from with 4 total slots. So 2 of these we'll never take. Which ones? I don't know. I kind of feel like we want to look into diplomacy. I would like to learn more about diplomacy in general. And because we're pacifists, I almost really feel like it's important for us to be able to have very strong, make a federation, have more envoys, get people to just negotiate with us, less border friction. Yeah, that sounds good to me. Trust cap growth, trust growth. I think I should go this route. Just to learn about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some very good ones. Domination's not bad. Mercantile's great. Harmony's great. Supremacy's good. All these other ones are good. It's just matching with the fiction of what we're doing being pacifists. we don't want to fight very much. We go for harmony, sure. Pop up, keep minus 10%. Yes, it's not great. It would get us to our ascension quicker. Ethics attraction goes up, crime goes down, stability, colony ascension costs, empire size, a lot of this is an interesting one. Kinship here, your elite specialist and worker demotion time increases or decreases by a lot, meaning they'll go from a specialist down to a worker much more quickly. It's actually every category, every tier. They'll work down more quickly. Mind over body, leader lifespan, plus 10%. Yeah. Edict fund, plus 50, we don't need. We're going to do it. We're just going to bite the diplomacy bullet right now. This is going to get us diplomatic agreement influence minus 50%, diplomatic influence cost minus 25%. And yeah, we're going to play to the fiction of being spiritualist pacifists by being very diplomatic. I don't know how many alien species there are to be diplomatic with, but we're going to do it, folks. So yeah, locked in. Definitely not the power move, but it's for our roleplay. It's fine. And can we do anything here at Howard? Nah, they're going to claim it right out from underneath us, I guess. We'll let the clock run. We'll just watch what happens. Our science ships are moving here, doing their thing. Are you moving out of there? Yeah, they're surveying down there. Perfect. And I'm just watching our influence costs. I don't think we're going to get it before they claim it out from under. Ooh, wait, where's this? Archaeological site discovered under the ice? Fantastic. Where are you at? Oh, Zandaban has an archaeological site. That's good. We hopefully will get it locked away behind our borders very shortly here.
Construction complete.
Oh, you know what? We actually need to be really careful. Have they surveyed Ditram yet? Oh my gosh. That's an ocean world. Son of a beep. Oh, that is brutal. We were rushing to get the UNAC, and there was an ocean world the whole time right here. Wow. Wow. I have made a go of it here, folks. I mean, that's the part of playing the game, is that you don't know what's going to happen. But by going so hard for UNAC, I completely gave up on the Troidum planet, which would have been way better. Could I have gotten it? Possibly. We're surveying now with 2 ships. Ooh. Gosh, should I bail on Howard? I could get a ship there. Here, I can move my entire fleet here. Hold on. Let's move them in there. And then I could steal one of these guys. Yeah, we might try and do that. Oh, Howard's already gone. We just lost it. Fine. Okay, here we go. Archaeological project completed. This is the event chain for the precursors to Cybrex. After analyzing the debris left behind the ancient battle fought above a free eye, we have learned that 4 alien empires contemporary with the Cybrex pulled their forces together in a desperate attempt to halt the advancing fleets of the machine consciousness. Judging by the small amount of Cybrex debris that was produced by the battle, they were not successful. An interesting find, +1 Cybrex artifact gained and +404 engineering. I'll take it. Let's get this constructor out of here and let's get it to Troidum. Maybe we'll claim it. Probably not, but well, we'll have to get Ditram as well, though. So we'll watch what's happening there as these guys wrap up, further building. We got to claim Ditram. Oh, they're coming in to survey Ditram right now. Double survey ship. Troidum is surveyed. Holy shit! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I can't believe we might lose that ocean world. We're probably gonna lose the ocean world, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't know. Can I just attack their ships if they come at me? Probably not. Let's just check our stance real quick. We are passive and passive. Can I change that to aggressive and aggressive? Yeah. If they send a ship in here, I'm going to try and destroy it. But I think we'd have to declare war on them officially, which I don't think we can do.
Anomaly found.
It sucks. It sucks, folks. Anomaly where? What do we got? This is Mine the Minerals. It's Zandaban's system. Gold Rackham has a routine project. Initial analysis of the asteroid's composition points towards potentially interesting finds. Investigate it. Knock yourself out. Let's run that clock forward. Complete. Okay. I guess I'm going to send this constructor on because they'll be able to get there more quickly. So they're going to move there. And the Fear No Spaceborne, I'm going to move on to Troitum. Move there. And I will have this guy actually just start filling from where he's at Tanobo. So Tanobo is the termination point for our space with the Akiran hegemony. It is what it is, folks. What are you going to do? Here we go. We've received communique from a previously unknown spacefaring empire that called themselves the Kenjuden Democratic Sons. They claim to have learned of our existence by listening in on the communications of another empire we are in contact with. Interesting. They established communication with us from out of nowhere. Fantastic. Here we go. Oh, how interesting looking. Moral democracy. So they are fanatic pacifists. Yeah. Yeah, we like that. And they're xenophobes. Interesting. Okay. This meeting is surely a blessing. Awesome. I don't need to read what they say there, but yeah, we're going to probably want to open up some diplomatic stuff with them. So let's do that real quickly. Let's jump over to contacts. They are right here. Diplomacy. Can we improve relations? Improve relations. Let's pull these guys away from the free Estwanians, except, yeah. And there you go. So we're going to work on relations with these guys since they're pacifists like us. I think it's a nice thing to have other pacifists out there in the galaxy. And the free Estwanians hate us anyway. So that's fine. In general, we have pretty good relations with everyone else. I'll take it. And then if I zoom out, can I see where they are at? Up here. The Kenjuden Democratic Sons occupy this area. Oh, well, we can actually see their border right there. So they are hemming in the Talakirans. If you notice, the Talakiran, although they have a large space, have very few systems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. They'll get 19 and 20. They'll have 20 star systems. I'm actually glad, though, that the Kendogen are up there because it will make sure that the Talakiran don't outstrip us by growing out into that lobe of the galaxy there. They'll always be a little bit suppressed. Don't get me wrong. I wish I could have gotten more of their space, but it is what it is. Our big issue, though, is the free Estwanians. I can't exactly tell how much they have. Well, they're probably being choked off by the Zabrians up here, right? Possibly. And they only have access to so many systems. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It really depends on where they're able to squeeze through up here. But it looks like they're around 25 systems, so that's not bad. We will have over 25 once we get these little pockets filled in here. So, yeah, it is what it is. They're surveying away, though. Are we going to be able to get this stuff done? Yeah. Here, let's claim Ditchram right now. Let's just get in there and claim it. And now we have to completely rebuild all the influence we're going to need if we're going to try to get Troitum. I don't think that's going to happen, though. Can I claim the Troitum system? Let's pause real quick. Let's go to our claims. No, there's no way to make a claim on it because no one owns it yet. Shit. Nor do I think we can make claims because our war philosophy doesn't allow for it because we only can do defensive wars because we are pacifists. Wow. Run that clock, folks. Run that clock. Here we go. Fragments of life. It appears that the asteroid R259C and the surrounding debris originate from a former planet. Deep within the center of the asteroid, we can find traces of extremely valuable alloy. There is also a hint of bacterial life that has now died in the vacuum of space. This shows us that the celestial body once bore the promise of life. This adds +3 alloy down there. That's nice to mine that right out of space. I will definitely take that if we can get it. I'm going to pause there. Fear No Spaceborne is en route. They're claiming that now. I'm watching the influence climb. Gosh, look at, they have all these constructors down here just swarming this area. I don't know if there's anything I can do about it, folks. Yeah. I mean, there's not. There is nothing I can do about it, so that kind of sucks. We also need to be careful because I'm realizing that the Talocuran, because we have open borders, can theoretically move through to these systems and survey and construct them. So we got some backfilling to do here pretty quickly. We may have to close our borders to them, possibly. Having borders open with them is probably less useful for us than it is for them at this point. So that's a diplomatic question we may have to get into. We really need to watch if their constructors move into our space. Then we would want to lock down on those borders pretty quickly. What else can we do here, though? I want to just see how Elysia is doing with their jobs. All right. Jobs available, none. 42 civilian positions. So when that civilian industry finishes up, they should get some more consumer goods going. Yeah. All right. Cool. All the constructors are swarming all over us.
Construction complete.
All right. Pause there. Let's move on. The Bones of a Dead Star. We'll just keep scooting them along here, building mining stations as they go. Keeping an eye on this guy at Hauer. Science ships are moving through. Construction ship is there. So what we are just... Oh, we're so close to getting Troidum here, folks. Is there any way to get influence that anyone knows of? Don't think so. I think there's any way to harvest influence. Well, we can backfill this stuff here, though. Here, let's give them some jobs. We will have them build the research and the mining stations there. Fantastic. And we're going to run that clock forward. I'm just holding my breath at this point. Claim is made on the Ditchram system. Good luck with that, guys. A-holes. That's Free Estwanians claiming a system we've already locked in. We have a good amount of alloy. I'm going to do something here real quick. We should build our new station at Ditchram. Troidum isn't going to be our holding point. They can just bypass it. So Ditchram is, in fact, where we want to promote. We have enough alloy to do that, so we're going to do it. We're going to upgrade that right now. Fantastic. We're going to back out of here. And where is our nearest shipyard? Yeah, right here. Let's go into the shipyard, and let's throw out a couple more Crow class. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 200 or 300 alloy. We're producing a lot of alloy. We need to actually fill this up now. I just want to make sure we have enough for the systems we claim. New technology completed. Corvette build speed and frigate build speed and cost. Speed's increased, cost is reduced. That's good for us. It just means we're more efficient at making Corvettes. Is there anything in here that would be really useful? How about habitability growth speed? No, of course not. I wasn't expecting it to be here. Geez. Production from miners increases. Minerals from starbase construction goes up. Building core drilling array. Ooh, that's fascinating. What would that yield us? Well, it would take volatile modes, which we don't have access to yet. Fusion missiles, basic strike craft, planetary defense hangars. I'm just looking over, of course, for any... it's all good. We can get the crystal infused plating, or we can go through the ceramo metal stuff, which would unlock more stuff. You kind of only need to do one or the other, unfortunately. We're pretty close on the ion thrusters. Let's work on the ion thrusters for now, folks, since we're already kind of halfway there. And it's just going to hover there forever if we don't do it. So I'm watching our influence costs. I see they have a science ship in here. Oh, that's the Talocuran, which is fine. That's okay. Rivalries declared. What's popping off here? The Talocuran has declared the Free Estwanians rivals, and the Free vice versa. So that's cool. The Talocuran are with us. Really, we want an alliance. Maybe if we could ally with the Talocuran hegemony, our combined forces would keep the Free Estwanians at bay, right? That's a potentiality. So let's take a look at that. And we have a situation to look at next. So let's go to contacts. What are our relationships with the Talocuran? We have Commercial Pact, Research Agreement, Defensive Pact, Migration Treaty, a target of Casus Belli. Why? Why does that exist for us? I don't know. But here, let's go to diplomacy. Can we form... I mean, we might have everything. Short of being able to make a federation. Form a federation. Federation code technology we would need. Otherwise, is there anything more we can do? No subjugation, close borders. Treaty. Offer trade deal, harm relations, improve relations. We're already doing. We're as friendly as we can be with them, and we are at 100 trust, which is good. Does it go above 100? 100 seems like a complete amount. Diplomatic weight, their entire population, 6 planets. Intel is falling slightly. I don't like that. We are improving relationships, though. Positive relationships. Their opinion of us is plus 356. Our opinion of them, plus 320. Good. Okay. And it changed by plus 100. So last month. So it is growing. Okay. And eventually, we can grow from positive into excellent, which is the 750 to 1500 range. So we'll actually probably be there pretty shortly. Awesome. We'll have excellent relations with them within 0 months. So awesome. Yeah, we will want to form a federation with them if possible. And that will really keep the rest of the galaxy at bay because they won't want to mess with us. We'll have to see if the Kendo Jin would be willing to also join our little friendly group. Since they're pacifists, they might do that, although they are xenophobes. It's questionable. If we get a chance to get the Federation technology, we'll grab it. And here we are in the situation log right now. What is our situation? Abandoned terraforming project? Oh. I forgot about this. Holy crud. I want to try and push the terraforming forward. We have 2 options. One of them would be to resume the terraforming process with no guarantee it'll work out. It's a gamble. Or we dismantle the equipment, which could give us technology and or resources. I want the planet. There we go. Research finishes in 32 months. That's very quick. We're going to do it. We'll run that clock forward. We might have a resolution on that before the end of our session here today. And I'm watching our influence grow here, folks. New trait for who? Boom. What did they get? What's the new one here? Archaeologist. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, that's great. We have quite a few archaeologists, and we'll have plenty of archaeological sites. I'm just watching what's going on. Oh. We got some guys just sitting on their butts right now. My bad. You're still surveying there? Okay. You guys have completed surveys. All right. So there's no new things to do? No. Okay. Hold on. We're going to start backfilling then. We have anomalies to survey. Well, I don't need both of you to do that. Hey there. One anomaly. I need one of these guys to stop what they're doing. Stop both. Sorry. It's getting sloppy here. Here we go. They're going to Brockmar, and then you are going to go to a different system to survey your problems? Yeah, sure. Right there. Isius. So those 2 science ships are going to go do survey that stuff. And what do we have here? The Atalante is just doing nothing, sitting on its ass. We're going to send them over here to Nishpan to research there. Yeah, you got to check in on that stuff every so often because otherwise you do have ships doing nothing. And the Fear North Spaceborne is where right now? Fear North Spaceborne. Waiting at Troidum. We're so close on the influence, folks. Gosh darn. I'm watching these constructors. Galactic Community. As more and more spacefaring civilizations establish formal relations with one another, the galaxy is becoming a vibrant and lively place. To avoid tragic misunderstandings between nations, an increasing number of diplomats have called for the establishment of a new pan-galactic organization, a community, if you will, where the empires of the galaxy can meet to discuss important matters. Should the Principality of Fulu pledge its support for the creation of the galactic community? Yes, 100%. Yes, this is a worthy endeavor. We're going to pause there. Because we're following the diplomatic thing and because we're pacifists, we really want a galactic community formed up. So I think there's a way potentially to try and have it seated at your capital, potentially. Let's go to Fula. No, that's a station. Planet. The planet, thank you. Decisions. Declare population control, distribute luxury goods, send artifact to museum, consecrate worlds, expel excess population. Okay. Maybe I'm thinking of the galactic market. That's probably exactly what I'm thinking of. Here, let's go to Isius Prime real quick. We're looking. Yeah, there's no. I'm just trying to decide if there's anything we can do to promote this. Or if we just say our hat's in the ring, we want to join the galactic community, but question? Yeah, politics. I don't think there's anything we can do here, folks. Government. We're working on infinite opportunities. These are all of our active edicts. Factions. There's nothing we can do in there. Policies. Diplomatic stance. Bombardment. Land appropriation, first contact, border status is open, trade policy. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that I can actually do here. Oh my gosh, we have so many new edicts that aren't turned on. Why? We got to turn them all on. Diplomatic grants. Oh, yes, please. Boom, right there. Now, if we get more priests, by the way, we will get more headroom. You can see that we're actually starting to use up. Well, we have everything that's Unity based turned on, and we still have headroom. That's cool. it's so fun to have everything on. But we turned on diplomatic grants. It gives us available envoy +1 and diplomatic weight +10%. That can help, especially if we get that galactic community made. What about down here? You know what? We could turn on the recycling campaign because we have plenty of surplus energy. Pop consumer good upkeep -10%. Yeah, there you go. Turn it on. Screw it. And we have a couple military options. Exotic gases fuel would give us sublight speed +15% and shield hit points +25%. If we get into a scrape, we can turn these on and off. And that is part of the reason why I am trying to push forward our exotic gases a little bit at a time and store up hundreds, if not thousands of exotic gases versus selling them. I could sell the exotic gas on the market, but I want to have a piggy bank so that if we go to war, if we turn on, say, both of these for warfare, the upkeep on each would be 1. Excuse me. So 2 exotic gases per month that goes by. So if I had to fight a war for 5 years, then I would need 60 turns of that, 120 in the piggy bank. And these numbers will go up probably as we gain more ships and more technology and stuff. So as our empire size grows, yeah, exactly. So I want hundreds of exotic gases in the piggy bank for a potential war. Like if we can get to 1,000, that would probably be good. So otherwise, we have everything else turned on because that's just how we roll, folks. That's pretty cool. And we're so close. We're so close here. Is it going to be ours? Oh, I hope it's going to be ours. I don't want to make a colony ship, though, until we claim it. Because they could send in one of these ships at any moment. Hang tight. Hang tight. Oh my gosh. Come on. Guys. Come on. There we go. We got it. We got it. Build it. Yes. We So, listen. Chasing after that planet at UNAC versus coming to Ditchram and trade them first was a risk. But in the end, it looks like we'll have gotten the better planet out of UNAC. There again, though, it's really hard to get everything. You only get one thing or another, but that's a great planet for us. Can I start building a colony ship? Yeah, let's go to Fuv Station, go to the shipyard, and colony ship with Babaki. Hold on. Wait, what kind of planet is this? Ocean World, not Babaki. Holy crap! I would have screwed that up. Here we go. Back to Thula. Colony ship with the Talacuran because it's an ocean world for them. Cool. It'll be really good for them. There you go. And we got a new trait. Fortifier 2. Oh, excellent. What does that do for us? Starbase upgrade cost minus 10%. Defensive platform build cost minus 10. Starbase hull points plus 10. Defensive platform hulls plus 10. I like that. And that is empire-wide. So our star bases and defensive platforms are just tougher. It can be built up better. And let's roll up real quickly to Alicia. How we looking, folks? Just a few unemployed. Jobs available 61. So not unemployed. People would have to go into the soldier cast, but I don't want soldiers. You know what I want is more civilian industries right there. So we're going to fill this with alloys here, civilian industries down here. Yeah. And this world is kind of going to do this job for us. But more buildings here because we have more people. Oh, and our medical center upgrade. Oh my gosh. All of our medical centers can work off of exotic gases. We need to be a little cautious because we have a limited supply of exotic gases. Where are those coming from? Like, well, we want the civilian industries. We know that because we've been running low on consumer goods for a while. But, where's our exotic gas refinery? Castor? No, Wegmore? Yes. Oh, yeah. I just realized that the artisans on Wegmore are way less valuable than the gas engineers. Can we push them out of there? Yeah, let's move these jobs into here. We want to push this up to get that as high as we can. And we do need to keep the medical workers though, so that's fine. I think that looks okay. We will leave them be. Here's what's going on is that if we have 2 extra surplus exotic gases per turn, we should buy some. Yes, we have access to 2 on the market. Why? Because we want all of our medical centers to get upgraded to the next tier. And we need a lot of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 planets that need it. And the upkeep cost on each of those medical centers is 0.8. So 7 times 0.8 is 5.6. So we need 6 total exotic gases to run everything. Oh my gosh. Let's go to the market. Let's jump in here. Or no, let's add trade. Here we go. We're going to buy exotic gases. Do we need 4? Add edit. Yeah. That's going to hit into our trade quite a bit here. We could sell more energy. Yes. Hold on. Do that. We're going to trim our food back a little bit by 5. Just to get it evened out. Our alloys, we're going to stop purchasing alloys. We're going to cancel that altogether because we've got our alloys rolling along pretty good. Let's see what that does to our trade balance there. And then let's start upgrading these buildings. This is also going to create more jobs, by the way. Oh, it takes 45 as a base? Oh, shit. I'm bad. Okay. Quick analysis here. It takes 540 minerals and 45 exotic gases. So, unfortunately, to get all 7 of those built, it's going to take about 300 exotic gases. Do we buy them a little bit at a time? We have a lot of trades saved up. Here, let's run this forward here real quick. Let's just see how this adjusts out. Watching all these numbers hop around. Boom. Okay. So we're at a trade deficit. We're falling behind on consumer goods. Our food is fine. We can sell some minerals and some energy. Let's jump into the market. Let's add mineral sales onto here. Boom, boom. Add edit. I'm just trying to get our trade into the positive, and then we may be nudging the exotic gases too much. I'm going to take that down a little bit. I want to try and get it to sit at a uniform level. We're going to pause there. Let's have this guy build the research station there. Let's build research stations at Ditram. Oh, they're already working on that. Perfect. Science ship is still surveying down there at Zandaban. Fine. We have our fleet defending Troitum. We are, in fact, building the starbase right there, which is great. Colony ship is going. These ships are moving off to, do other stuff. Everyone has a job pretty well at this point. Yeah, I think so. And we're building up a small fleet back there at the Fu station. I'm not going to push our alloys too hard on that, though, because I do want to make improvements to the Ditram station once it finishes upgrading. It is nearly done. There we go. I'll pause again here. So this is Ditram. So we know we want to have some firepower. So we're going to put in a gun battery. This is so far south here, folks, that I think we should put in a shipyard just to be able to build and repair ships here, because this is going to be like one of the main loggerheads with our only real enemy at this point. So yeah, they're going to get a shipyard. And then finally here for the buildings, what can we throw in there that would help them out? We could get another hydroponics bay, or we could put in some stuff that would help them defend. I'm not so worried about that, though. We could use defensive platforms to get us more firepower. So I'm going to put in the hydroponics bay for now. So that used up a good chunk of our alloys, but that is going to make Ditram sort of a small fortress. Remember, we did a similar thing up here at Duumgar and Edelmar. Let's just take a look at these real quick. Yeah, we have a shipyard there with a gun battery and a hydroponics bay, and we have a gun battery, solar panels, hydroponics bay. And that's just to make it so they're less wanting to come from Regulus into our system. Again, the enemy here is also the Estwanians. The enemy here is the Estwanians. So we're holding them off at two frontiers. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I think that really well defines our borders at this point. Now we just need to backfill all these other planets, and we need to make sure that our friends, the Talacuran, do not try and claim any planets inside of our system. So that's where we're at here. Otherwise, I think officially the Talacurans are in a very good box. Their growth is going to be quite limited. I mean, they got that last planet at UNAC, which is okay. But yeah, with any luck, we're going to move to 8 colonies, while I think they're going to be stuck at 6. Let's jump into context real quick. Talacuran, 6 worlds. Yeah. So yeah, that should do well for us. They're in a box. They can't grow more. I think the Kenjodan are going to really stop them up here. They have no other way out. So their boundaries are completely fixed. Now for us, we have so many extra systems to still claim. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 systems yet to claim. Those 19 are literally larger than they're equal in size to the entire Talacuran space, system-wise, the count. Let alone the fact that we're already sitting on top of like 25 systems. I don't know. So we're going to have a skinny but massive chunk of the galaxy to ourselves. So we did pretty good on the rush here. How are we looking on time? What do we got going on? Starbase construction completed. We just looked at that, and construction completed at Rana. Awesome. And you're building that stuff. So yeah, everything's looking good. Starbase is still going there. I just want to watch that zip along and get completed. I see their constructors are going nuts here, which is fine. Waiting for it to complete. There you go. Boom. It's now securely within our space. We're going to have them work on those mining stations there. And did we ever get what's that colony ship doing at the Fu station? Let's jump up here. No, that doesn't show us our stations. Right here. How we doing here? All the way down. Here, I'm going to squeeze down the military fleet so we can see what's happening. Now, when the shipyard is done, we can send our fleets back to get upgraded at Ditram. So instead of having to send them all the way back to Fu, we have a spot where we can repair them. And at Castor, well, we're considering the Castor station friendly territory, right? Does Castor have nebula. No, it doesn't. So we can't actually build in anything else. Yeah, they're doing all right there for us. You know what we should actually do is we should switch this out. Let's dismantle the anchorage, agree, and replace it with the solar panel. And let's get rid of the gun battery. Dismantle that, agree, and replace it with the solar panel. So because we have so much faith in our relationship with the Talacuran, this station will just be about producing food and energy for us. And it's a kind of a stopping point. If we ever had to like re-up it, we could put in a shipyard, we could put in defensive batteries if we wanted to. But for now, yeah, it's just going to be commercial for all intents and purposes, which I like. And otherwise, yeah, they're done there. Running that forward. Our colony ship is a ways out. Another claim made by the Free Estwanians against Troydom. Obviously, those sons of beeps. No, have we not... That's Talacuran. That's why they're in our space. They're fine to move through our space. We don't have an issue with that. Construction complete there at Rana. Fantastic. Our influence is slowly growing. We will probably try and claim systems now at this point based off of how valuable the system is. Now, again, I want to be really cautious that these guys don't sneak through on us. I'm just going to have to watch, but if we have to close our borders, we will. We can also send our science ships into their space to survey all of these systems as well. We may find more anomalies surveying there. So I don't want to close borders if we don't have to. I just don't want them claiming our stuff. Yeah, question. Are they sending that fleet in probably to take out those drones? If I had to guess, that's what they're doing. Oh, survey complete. Fantastic. What should we have them do down here? They could start excavating the site. Well, no, it's not in our space yet. So let's actually move them onwards to survey other systems. Can we survey in here? Can we survey here? No. Can't survey in someone else's borders. Interesting. Right, that makes sense. But then why the heck are there survey ships out here? Yeah, don't worry about it. This guy must be moving through, though, and not actually surveying. Yeah, he's on out of here. Okay. So we do want to get the ship out of here, though, to what?
Research complete.
Pause again. What do we want to do with this ship, the Free Pearl? They are archaeological based. Oh, you know what? We need to start surveying this branch as well, don't we? I'm going to leave that archaeological site for now and move them on to, yeah, to all this. We have quite a bit to do there. That'll get them out of our hair. And here we go. Mining drone laser completed. New research to select. We have research speed. We have research station output, which wouldn't be bad. Colony development speed, I'm not worried about. And improved deflectors is questionable. It wouldn't be a bad thing. Keep working forward on that. It's also a specialization for Voidborn Mary. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I'm being such a Luddite about avoiding technologies. At some point, I'm probably going to have to go after them. But yeah, we'll improve the deflectors for now. We'll have that in 28 months, which is very quick. So I kind of want to see if we can get to completion on the resume process. I would love to see what happens with this. 18 months out. Okay. Oh, Bones of a Dead Star is just sitting in space. Where are you guys at? Bones of a Dead Star, where are you? All right. We will move them on to Escaminza and finish that research station there. And the science ship Wise. Oh, we did it. We got the Galactic community. Yes, that's so good for us. This is a historic day. Several of the galaxy's prominent spacefaring empires, including the Principality of Fulu, have announced the creation of the Galactic community. This supranational organization will serve as a forum where matters involving the entire galaxy can be discussed and decided upon. As one of the founding members, we can take pride in this milestone of galactic history. A great day for the galaxy. That is so good for us. Let's jump in here. Propose a resolution. We can see the galactic community. Galactic focus is pass a resolution. Prove the naysayers that the galactic community can work together. Pass a resolution in the galactic community. Reward 100 influence. We would want that. Here we go. Here, let's just look at everyone. So this is the Principality of Fula. Has 678 diplomatic power, right? Clout. That's us. We are winning that battle, and we're going to keep pushing that forward with our diplomatic tradition. Next, we have the Free Estwanian Confederacy. Those dogs. They have the next most amount, although they're a chunk beneath us. Then, the Talachiran Hegemony, our good friends. So we're going to try and, dock together. We're going to dock on our plans together. And then finally, we have the Ken Jodan Democratic Sons. Pretty weak in general. They're isolationists, and they're missing a minister of state. So yeah, they have big downs on that. They have a delegate of 20. We need to assign a delegate. If you remember, we got one free envoy because we turned on our edict. So we're at 3 envoys now. So we should send an envoy. Select a leader. Oh, never mind. Okay, you don't send an envoy. You send an actual leader. Cool. People have jobs, right? They're governing. We may have to hire a new leader. Well, before we do that, let's see if anyone has anything that specifically is for the galactic community. So that's planetary governor, sector governor, leader ability, empire effect as a counselor, empire effect as a counselor, empire effect as a counselor, Okay, so none of those would really lend themselves to the galactic community. Okay, that's fine. We have some other people to hire. And do we have headroom? We're at 3 of 3 officials. Ooh. Kind of sucks. Where's our third? Is our third official our leader? What am I missing? I'm only seeing 2. Okay. All right, well, we can get back to this. Let's just be cautious here. Let's go to our leaders. Let's go to our officials. Big Esmeralda. Oh, our archprophetess cannot do the job. I see. They're not going to let her in there to do that. Let's look at our recruitables then. We have effects as a counselor, leader experience gain, leader capabilities, minerals. None of these folks look like they're particularly suitable external recruitable leader. Right here. Counselor, leader experience gains, lower. I was really expecting to see some of these. Maybe in 3 years, someone will pop up that will have capabilities. You see, this will refresh in 3 years, right? We'll get new recruitable leaders. They may gain capabilities that would be suitable for the Galactic Council. Right? Am I reading that right? Like, I'm thinking counselor. Empire effects as a counselor. And over here, resolutions can be proposed from the resolution tab, adding to it a proposal queue in the left. From list, we can choose to support a resolution, adding a diplomatic weight to it, right? This is our diplomatic weight. The resolution with the most support will eventually move onto the Senate floor for the final vote. We can't propose anything yet. Resolutions, Senate floor, community. We need a leader in here. Gosh darn it. Do we just hire? Do we just hire somebody, or do we reassign somebody? Governing Fula, governing Isius Prime. Isius Prime is a great mining world, and they're good at mining stuff. I'm just afraid we're going to lose all these effects, because I think when they're in the galactic community, they're no longer a counselor, right? So we would lose the fertility preacher. We'd lose the principled. We'd lose the mining rush. We'd lose the logistics understanding. We can't afford to cough all these up. Now here, the planetary governor effect is lesser. Maybe we could pull them out of there. Yeah, we could do that. Because look, Big Esmeralda is governing, on Fula, but her effects don't really give us much. It's just some better build speeds on infrastructure, upkeep, and build speed. Yeah, let's have Big Esmeralda do it for now. Is that the best choice? I don't know. She's at level 3, though, so she can bring a little bit to the game. Representing her interests in the galactic community. Trait spiteful, resilient, architectural interest. Okay. Upkeep 6. Let's go to resolutions. This we're going to look at on the next episode. So, next episode, we are going to find the first resolution we want to put forward and start the galactic community moving forward. Anything else we need to really focus in on? We are going to keep an eye out for the colony ship and get it onto Troitum. And in general, we're just going to keep surveying these anomalies. We're going to go through these tough anomalies, survey planets, possibly some archaeological sites. There's just a lot more to look at here, folks. And we'll double check it back in on Elysia and make sure that they're doing well. It looks like we've kind of rectified all of our problems. All of our resources are at least at 0 or in the positive. So, yeah. Oh, and we need to keep moving forward on our improved medical centers. Keep pushing those along. So, that was a weird episode. But I feel like I learned a lot of stuff, and I feel like we're really starting to wrench down on managing the Empire. And we have a path forward through the galactic community and the diplomatic tradition tree to gain more dominance over this game. And get the lead. We have a small lead as I see it, but we just need to push it forward. Probably build some more ships too. Okay, if you watched, thank you so much. Take care.